Good evening and welcome to the Newshour Agenda. I'm Madhavdas G. Viewers, finally this evening, Prime Minister Modi replied to the motion of thanks to the President's address in the Rajya Sabha. For the first time since 2004, the motion of thanks was passed in the Lok Sabha without a reply by the Prime Minister. After Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla advised PM Modi to skip his speech. In Parliament today, the Speaker revealed that he had prior information that opposition members of Parliament were planning dramatic protests. Meanwhile, in Rajya Sabha, when PM began speaking at 5 p.m., there was ruckus and sloganeering, eventually leading to a walkout by the opposition as well. While listing the achievements of his government and India's economic resurgence, PM Modi said the Congress party is rattled by his rise. And that is why the slogan, Modi Teri Kabr Khudegi, is not merely a slogan, but a reflection of the Congress party's deep hatred. In a no-holds-barred attack, the PM also hit out at Kabr Khudegi ecosystem, explaining how he was constantly abused for the last 25 years in every session of Parliament and otherwise. He said that this reflects the frustration stemming from Congress party's repeated electoral defeats. PM Modi added that because he enjoys the blessings of 140 crore Indians for whom he works selflessly, Congress will never be able to dig his grave. Listen in.
ये मोदी की कब्र क्यों खोदना चाहते हैं? ये सिर्फ नारा नहीं है, ये इनके भीतर पड़ी हुई नफरत का प्रतिबिंब है। हमने 370 की दीवार गिरा दी, इसलिए मोदी की कब्र खोदना चाहते हैं। पाकिस्तानी आतंकियों को घर में घुस करके जवाब देते हैं, इसलिए मोदी की कब्र खोदने की बात करते हैं। ऑपरेशन सिंदूर करते हैं, इसकी उनको परेशानी होती है और इसलिए वो मोदी की कब्र खोदते हैं। कांग्रेस की परेशानी कुछ और है, ये पचा नहीं पा रहे कि मोदी यहां तक पहुंचा कैसे, और इसलिए वे एक ही रास्ता उनके लिए बचा हुआ लग रहा है कि मोदी तेरी कब्र खुदेगी। ये तो मान करके बैठे थे। उनका लोकतंत्र, संविधान का कोई लेना देना नहीं। उनको तो लगता है कि प्रधानमंत्री पद उनके परिवार की जागीर है। मोहब्बत की दुकान खोलने वाले मोदी तेरी कब्र खुदेगी के नारे लगा रहे हैं जी। ये कौन सी मोहब्बत की दुकान है जो देश के ही किसी नागरिक के कब्र खोदने के सपने देखती हो?
Now, the Congress party was quick to call it a 97-minute election speech filled with abuses, attacks and distortion of facts. Leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, because of whom opposition MPs were raising slogans, reacted to the PM's speech on social media platform X, saying that they're scared of truth. Prime Minister Modi sought refuge in lies. Meanwhile, here's what Udit Raj of the Congress said.
His own people who had chanted it all over the country, and sparing JNU, that was an isolated one. I don't know in what country they chanted it, but all over the country against the UGC role, it was BJP supporters, hardcore supporters who did it. And not only that, they had degraded him to the extent that from Hindu the Samrat, he had been downgraded to Teli.
However, leaders from the NDA have responded saying that Congress is worried because of the repeated electoral defeats and its slogan Kabr Khudegi is an insult to the entire country. Listen in.
माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने यही बताया कि भाई लोकतंत्र में जिसको मेजॉरिटी मिलती है उनको सत्ता में आने का अधिकार है और लोग हमारे साथ है, हमको मेजॉरिटी मिल रही है और इसीलिए कि कांग्रेस पार्टी और अपोजिशन काफी परेशान है। नारेबाजी करते हैं कि मोदी तेरी कब्र खुदेगी, तो ये मतलब अपने देश के लिए अच्छी बात नहीं है। देश के प्रधानमंत्री का ये अपमान नहीं है, देश का अपमान है।
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो कहा, मैं जिस क्षेत्र से आता हूं, जब चुनाव बिहार का शुरू होने वाला था, एसआईआर के खिलाफ यात्रा कर रहे थे राहुल गांधी जी और दरभंगा में कांग्रेस पार्टी के लोगों ने मंच से प्रधानमंत्री जी के परिवार के लिए अपशब्द गालियां दी और इसी तरह मोदी तेरी कब्र खुदेगी, ये स्लोगन कांग्रेस के रैली में लगा था दिल्ली में। ये बहुत दुखद है। शायद प्रधानमंत्री जी की पीड़ा होगी जो इस तरह की बात रखी।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Taking this across to our guest now with us is Aparajita Sarangi, MP and national spokesperson of BJP. Tushar Gupta, political analyst, is with us. Tehseen Poonawala, political analyst, also joining us. Advocate Anmol Pawar is spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. Let me start with you first and foremost. Tehseen Poonawala, this is a mindset. It's not just a slogan, says the Prime Minister. And Modi Teri Kabr Khudegi is a dream. It will never translate into reality because of the 140 crore Indians who are supporting the Prime Minister, is what he said in Parliament. Your response to that, Tehseen?
Good evening, Madhav. Thank you so much for having me on the show. At the onset, I would like to ask the most honorable MP, because it's related to what the most honorable Prime Minister said, that the opposition wishes death for the Prime Minister, and the honorable Speaker of the Lok Sabha made some startling revelations today, where he said that the opposition MPs, women MPs, were planning to physically attack and assault our honorable Prime Minister. Now, honorable MP, can you please tell us, because in Parliament the immunity is for speaking, not for physical assault. For example, you cannot harass somebody physically or hit somebody or molest somebody, etc., etc. If our Prime Minister was going to be attacked physically by women MPs, and the Honourable Speaker and the BJP obviously knows who these people are, this is akin to a terror attack. Why are those names not out, and why are charges not pressed? I am not asking about source base. I am asking about what Om Birla Ji said. Who are these? I'm a Congress voter. Who are these Congress MPs wanting to hit my Prime Minister? Give us the name. Expose us today on Times Now. Please do it, ma'am.
All right, Aparajita Sarangi.
It's a criminal offence.
Okay, Aparajita Sarangi, it's a criminal offence, and if the Speaker is making such startling claims, then more details should come out. Who are these people, and on what basis is the Speaker making these charges, is what Congress is saying. Respond.
Very good evening. We are talking about one of the most popular leaders of the world. We are talking about the Prime Minister who has been voted to power for the 3rd time. And I must say that he is a very significant global leader. Now, there was a situation yesterday, and I am an eyewitness. I was very much close to the Prime Minister's seat, sitting very much there. Around 5 p.m., the discussion on the presidential address had to begin, and Prime Minister had to come in and deliver the address. About half an hour before that, many women parliamentarians of the Congress, aided by others, were all huddled up together, and they were drawing something on a piece of paper. And at 4:55, mind it, at 4:55, I'm an eyewitness, they came over to the Treasury bench, not only to the Treasury bench side, but to the seat of the Prime Minister, and 6 women, they stood there with a banner with something written on it, and they almost blocked the path of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister, when he comes to the Lok Sabha and goes to his seat, takes a particular path.
Okay.
And that particular path was blocked, and people like us, we all went there to see what was happening. My dear friend, Shri Om Birla Ji is the custodian of the House. He is the Honourable Speaker. He is not just a normal, ordinary member of Parliament of the Lok Sabha. So he has told whatever he had to say with a full degree of responsibility.
Okay.
He said, we apprehended attack on the Prime Minister.
Okay.
Why not? Anything could have happened. See, display of unruly behavior would have led to something extremely unpleasant.
Okay, let me get in a quick
So
response
I
from
think
Tehseen before I go across to others. Tehseen, respond to that.
Prime Minister.
Here you have a member of Parliament on our panel who's saying that she saw other members of Parliament suddenly coming on the path of the Prime Minister at 4:55, and that they were planning something, is her allegation.
What the most honourable member of Parliament is saying is something like this, where Sardar Manmohan Singh, late Sardar Manmohan Singh, as Prime Minister, was speaking, and the BJP was standing in front of him with banners and screaming. I'm sorry, it's not coming clearly, but your viewers may be free to Google, and BJP were right in front of the Prime Minister while he was talking with banners. Those pictures very clear. But let me ask you, MP, your entire argument on Times Now has been right now that some women were standing with banners, you don't know what was written on it, on the part of the Prime Minister. Now I'm again asking you, the Honorable Speaker has said there was going to be a physical attack on our Prime Minister, which is akin to a terror attack, in my opinion, but a physical attack. How do you conclude that somebody protesting is attacking our Prime Minister? And is the Prime Minister of the greatest country in the world not willing to talk in Lok Sabha for the first time because a bunch of women are standing with posters? Very clear who was attacking my Prime Minister. I will never vote Congress if this is true. I want names, ma'am. Please, the country wants it. He's our Prime Minister.
Members protesting in the well of the House is not equal to members planning to attack the Prime Minister. There needs to be more proof for such a claim. Aparajita Sanangi, respond.
I reiterate that when Shri Om Birla Ji, as the custodian of the House, speaks, we have to take him with all seriousness, and anything could have happened. I say with all sense of responsibility that anything could have happened because the path was blocked by women parliamentarians. This was definitely a sinister design. Anything could have happened. You know, I mean, I always say accidents are rare, but they do happen. But this was definitely not an accident to be. This was an absolutely planned, I would say, attack on the Prime Minister, and I think it was very right that Shri Om Birla Ji suggested to the Prime Minister not to come and deliver his address. So I think we have to be cautious.
Okay, and he is the Speaker. You know, ultimately, he is the Speaker.
Women parliamentarians are concerned. I request the political analysts to go and see the faces of the women parliamentarians on the social media, in the social media, or on TV channels.
No, but Tehseen, there's one question that has to be answered. And let me come back to the subject of the discussion. It is, why is there this repeated chant, Modi teri Kabr Khudegi, that we saw in, you know, JNU, we've seen it in election rallies. You know, the point is that this is a larger mindset. You know, and even others have come out to say, Rahul Gandhi, for instance, has said, Dande se marenge Pradhan Mantri ko. The point is, why does that kind of language repeatedly coming out from Congress leaders? Imran Masood has said, boti boti se kaat denge.
And Imran Masood went to jail for it. He spent time in jail for it. I don't agree with the language.
But the mindset is the same, is what the PM is saying.
I agree with the Honorable PM. And I think as the Prime Minister, he must call over the LOP, sit over a cup of chai, and his bitterness on both sides, the kind of language used against the LOP, the kind of language being used against the Prime Minister, needs to stop now. Time and again, the LOP's family is called traitors. They're called as if the language that is used for the Congress is not very pleasant. With Congress ki vidwa, Jersey cow at one point, Italian bachra.
No, but the same thing, poisonous snake, so on and so forth, also is coming from Congress leaders.
How can I say it's one-sided? I am totally with you. Both sides have crossed the limit. I think we should sit and talk.
Tushar, it's not one side, but it's both sides. They need to sit down together and resolve this over a cup of tea. That is Tehseen Poonawala's advice. Your response?
You know, today the question, Madhav, everyone is asking is that, is it possible that the Prime Minister of the country could have been attacked by the Congress MPs, consequently the Congress party? We don't know, but we have to go by the word of the Speaker of the House. But now let's go back to history. I have seen a Congress leader sit in Pakistan say, "Inko hataiye, hame laiye." I have seen a Congress chief minister enable a protest that led to the stranding of the Prime Minister's convoy for 20 minutes, 20 kilometers away from the Pakistan border over a flyover. And the Congress party was not apologetic about it. I have seen the Congress leader say our fight is against the state. I have seen the Congress leader sit in Europe and say, why is no one interfering in India's democracy from the West? I have seen videos generated by AI on Congress's social media handles. I have seen those evenings when our country was bombing a nuclear neighbor in the middle of Operation Sindoor, the same party was running a meme called Narendra Surrender. Do you want me to believe that the Congress MPs cannot attack the Prime Minister? I do not want to believe that. I want to believe that some decorum does exist in the Parliament. But the kind of evidence, the kind of patterns I draw when I look at the activities of the Congress party, I cannot believe it. I have seen the Congress leader saying, 6 महीने बाद नरेंद्र मोदी को देश के युवा लात मारेंगे, धक्का मारेंगे, क्या करेंगे? I have seen him addressed in the most demeaning fashion. And Madhav, I'll be very honest with you. The Congress party in its current form, not the form that Rajiv Gandhi had or Indira Gandhi had or Nehru had, the form which is led by Rahul Gandhi, Gandhi. This party can sing to any unimaginable low. The spoiled silver spoon sign has been repeatedly rejected by the voters. And in his frustration, he can go to any extent to harm the Prime Minister. We have to believe that.
Let me also bring in the Aam Aadmi Party on that note. Advocate Amol Pawar, it's not just the Congress Party. You know, terms such as Neech Aadmi used by Gopal Italia, or whether it is the kind of language, and terms used by Amanatullah Khan. Your party has also been in the news for all the wrong reasons in terms of the kind of language that they've used when it comes to the Prime Minister of the country.
Good evening, Madhavji, but during the parliament session, the nation expects the political party to discuss the issues which affect them, which affect the 140 crore people. They are not interested in this fixed match between BJP and Congress, wherein they both work in tandem and deflect the nation's attention from real issues. Nation wants us to discuss India-US trade deal. Nation wants us to discuss why has Narendra Modi surrendered before President Donald Trump. Nation wants us to discuss
how do you know he has surrendered?
How does this deal help the farmers of our country?
No.
Nation,
fake news.
I am just asking you, how do you know that the nation has surrendered? Have you read the trade deal? Has it been announced officially?
Yes. No, let me tell you. Let me tell you, our Prime Minister and other ministers from his cabinet assured that farmers' interest won't be compromised. Then ask them that why is it that import duty from cotton was reduced to 11%? Why is it that tariff has been reduced on American goods to 0%? Why is it that our tariffs have increased from 3.3% to 18%? Why is it that we have opened the Indian agricultural markets to America?
False, absolutely fake
So
news.
you believe what President Trump says?
Trump is announcing that we won't buy oil from Russia.
All right.
Donald Trump
Tushar wants to respond to you on that. One by one, yeah. Tushar.
Anmol Pawar is indulging in absolute fake news on national television. India has not opened up its farming and dairy sector. Let's be very clear about it. We do have some agricultural imports to the tune of 1.7 billion coming from the United States. Most of it is dry fruits, which we classify as tree nuts. The farming and agriculture sector has not been opened. Mr. Pawar, tell me the page number of the deal. It's written that we have. Tell me the page number of the deal. Tell me the page number of deal. You habitual liar. You habitual liar. Tell me the page number. Tell me the page number. Tell me the page number.
Why did you remove import duty from cotton? Why did you remove import duty from cotton? Why did you remove import duty 11% from cotton? Why did you arrest farmers in Gujarat?
Anmol Pawar, give us the specifics. One second. Anmol Pawar, since you believe that all agricultural products have been compromised, tell me what will be the price of corn after this trade deal. Do you know that?
Yes. What have you...
He doesn't know anything.
Can you please repeat?
I'm telling you, since you know so much about the trade deal, tell me how much the price of corn will be affected by this Indo-US trade deal. Do you know whether it will go up, come down? What is it? Tell me.
No, Madhavji, you are acting so naive as if you don't know.
No, I'm asking you. You know about the trade deal. You tell us. I'm asking you, sir. You know of the trade deal. Ministers of Government of India have not said much. They've said that they will protect the farmers' interest. But you know that the interest is compromised. Therefore, I'm asking you this question.
It's been 72 hours. Today, the foreign minister of our country is saying that he is unaware of the details of the trade deal. But when when President Donald Trump announces the details of the trade deal, Narendra Modi says, ऐतिहासिक deal हो गई. And the Darbaris are asking, बताइए details of trade deal.
Sir, we are asking you, you know about the trade deal. You know about how Indian interest has been compromised. But all right, let Dr. Aparajita Sarangi come in on this. Dr. Aparajita Sarangi, the specifics of the trade deal have still not come out. If it is a trade deal that has worked in India's interest, why have the details not come out is a question opposition is asking.
How ridiculous this discussion is, I was just wondering. See, it has been told categorically that the details are being worked out. What does it mean? This is a fantastic trade deal with US, but the officials on both the sides will be actually looking into the details. The memorandum of agreement will be drafted, and Shri Piyush Goyalji, Honorable Commerce Minister, has told publicly that the interests of farmers will be taken care of, one, and number two, the textile people in the textiles, people in the fisheries, all will be protected. What more from the government at this juncture? So I think it is too premature for us to talk about the details of the deal. It's a very good deal when the Prime Minister says we must trust, and then just wait and watch. Wait and watch.
We must wait and watch.
In the month of March, today we are getting to know maybe in the month
and it is a fact. I don't know if you're aware of this, Anmol Pawar. The government has said both the US and India will do a joint announcement in the next 4 to 5 days about the specific contours of the deal. Are you aware of that or not?
Madhavji, they are already celebrating at the floor of the House. Prime Minister Modi is saying कि हमने ऐतिहासिक deal कर दी. And when President Donald Trump is saying that we'll not buy oil from Russia, we'll buy oil from Venezuela, and that the tariff has been reduced to 0% on American goods, and it has increased from 3.3% to 18% on Indian goods. Even then,
so you are going by President Trump.
बहुत ऐतिहासिक deal है, तो ये बताएं ना कैसे ऐतिहासिक.
So you are going completely by President Trump. All right, Tushar wants to respond to you on that. How is it historic if such claims have been made by the US President? That's his question. Respond, Tushar.
I want to fact check Anmol on the issue of cotton he raised. The tariffs on cotton were not dropped after the deal. They were dropped in September when the tariffs were announced on our MSMEs. Also, America is just one of our importers. Our major cotton is imported from Brazil and Australia. And also, the cotton we import is merely 1/10 to the cotton we actually cultivate in India. So first fact check there. Number 2 fact check. He's saying that we won't import oil from Russia. The Indian side has categorically denied. We remain open to the market forces as we were in 2022. Fact check number 3. He is saying that we have 0% tariffs on American goods. That's also incorrect. The tariffs are being worked out currently. Agriculture goods, to give you one example, levy a tariff of 30 to 150%. That is the tariff we levy on American goods. Those tariffs are going to be reduced, but they are not going to be 0% on all those $500 billion goods. Not even one thing that Anmol Pawar has said on this debate is actually correct. He is just lying through his teeth, and that's very, very, very shameful.
Let's leave it there. Let's leave it there for the moment. What will happen as far as this Parliament session is concerned? Of course, we started off with the kind of gali politics, the Modi Teri Kabr Khudegi kind of language, and whether that is actually acceptable at all as far as the discourse is concerned. But you'll have to leave it there. Aparajita Sarangi, Tehseen Poonawala, and Advocate Anmol Pawar. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us. Tushar stays with us for debate number 2.